hello everyone, it's Emer here, and this is gonna be a short video. I'm gonna be showing my two builds, both for Ines and Hailey, and one build for the Albion Cavalry gun that made me be able to solo, Erosion Purge from stages 21 to 27. I can show you here that I have my times recorded for Ines 27, 6 minutes, and for Hailey, 27, 7 minutes. Now, both stages can be faster, it just depends how you do them, but you will be able to clear all of the stages with these builds that I'm going to show. So, for the first build, I'm going to be showcasing showing the build I use for Ines pretty much. Now, the one change here is that from stages 21 to 25, I used Decimator instead of Maximize Range. A lot of people are sleeping on Decimator. I don't really know why, because the thing that Decimator does is that when defeating an enemy inflicted with debuffs, a skill power modifier plus 5% per defeated enemy, up to 10 stacks. Now, the way Ines works is that Dark Current is a debuff, right? The only thing is that she's too strong, so she always heals enemies really fast and before like applying the debuff. However, when the mob density is a lot, Decimator is really nice because you will always be proccing your debuff. This works for both for 100% dungeon and for Erosion Purge. However, for Erosion Purge, it works even more because the enemies are harder to kill simply because they nerf the skill damage you do from stages 21 to 30. So from stages 21 to 25, Decimator is a really good pick because you'll be able to clear the trash mobs and the elite mobs faster. However, if you want to solo stages 26 and 27 with Ines, I really suggest that you use Maximize Range because while this says that your skill power modifier goes down 20%, it's not entirely a damage loss because the way Ines first ability works is that the higher the range you have, the more your ball bounces back and forth. So technically, it's still a little bit more damage. Now, I haven't done the math, so I can say how much damage you lose, but if it bounces more, you can heal the elites faster and the last boss faster. So you're gonna need it for a good run for stages 26 and 27. But for 21 to 25, you're fine using Decimator. This is the only builds I use. I didn't use anything else. As you can see here, we have Focus on Electric, Focus on Tech, Skill Expansion, MP Conversion, Nimble Fingers, HP Amplification for a little bit more of HP, Frontlines, Skill Insight, and Skill Concentration because we don't really need another crit module. As you can see here, well, it will not show here because I'm in Albion, but once we go inside, I'm going to be like at 97% critical hit rate because of my external components. Now, I only recommend you use Slayer for your external components, like Fuller Slayer set, because the plus 26 skill power makes it so much easier to kill the trash mobs and for a faster kill time on the elite and the last boss. So if you were to not, want to use a Slayer for some reason, the only suggestion I would have is that you use the Hunter set, the full one, so that you can have, good MP recovery and additional cooldown. But other than that, I don't really recommend anything else. Those probably are the best options that you can get. And as far as your reactor goes, I'm running a Skrill critical damage and electric boost for Ines. So yeah, that's the only thing you need on Ines. And well, your secret garden doesn't really matter. I just have this. Well, I use this because I use it on Freyna, but you don't really need this. You can remove Sharp Precision Shot, but I only use this pretty much for my Secret Garden. It's still not fully built because I don't really use it. Ines doesn't really need it, only for the unique ability. So I'm gonna be showing my Hailey build after this and the inversion reinforcements at the last. So for this is gonna be my gun Hailey build and the Albion Cavalry build that I'm gonna show. So for Hailey, for the gun build, I made this switch to my previous gun group because I really need this. I really needed this build to survive in the later stages. Now I don't. If you don't have an Albion Cavalry fully built, I don't recommend you using Hailey until the stages 26 and 27 because it will be slower than using Ines. So if you have a fully maxed Albion, I recommend that you use Hailey, especially on the stage 26, and you just melt through everything in there. So let's go through the build. We have um, skill expansion for absolutely no reason. Why do I say this? It's because I was using this before, the Hailey Transcendent module, but you don't really need it because when you're using the Albion Cavalry gun, you simply just, with the ricochet of the gun, you kill everything inside. And since you're only trying to kill the elites and the mobs faster, this one lowers your first skill damage. You can see here we have cryo, additional damage 50%. If I save it, it is now 20%. So if you remove it, you have easier time killing the elites and killing the last boss. So you can replace this with more defense. You can put whatever you want this. For example, I can put this in here. It's probably gonna be faster. There now I'm more tanky and everything. So we have two HP modules because we are trying to survive as much as possible. HP amplification and increase HP. Um, you can use. I don't recommend you using Steam Accelerant because you're always gonna be wanting to have your first skill up. So I don't recommend you using Steam Accelerant here. Threat focus for more firearm attack damage. Focus on shield for cooldown on our first skill. Strong mentality, MP conversion, maximize conservation, and nimble fingers. Maximize conservation and strong mentality to reduce the cost on our tree and our first skill, and nimble fingers and MP conversion to reduce the cooldown here. Now, uh, this works great. As you can see, I cleared up to stage 27 solo with Hailey. I did it kind of slow because the things that the mobs in that stage specifically are kind of really spread out. But this build allowed me to do the stage 26 in 5 minutes. So yeah, this is really good. I You don't really need this, so up to you if you use it or not. Now, for the external components, there is like two ways of handling this. Since we're focusing on our Albion Cavalry, which is our main gun pretty much for the whole duration of the stage, there's two ways of treating this, right? If you use the Transcendent module, then you want to use the Polar Night Sensor because of the fourth set passive. And it also gives you a lot of HP. So if you want to use the Transcendent module, then you need to use the Polar Night Sensor. If you don't use the Transcendent module, you can use two-piece Cellular set for the general runs capacity, which is more bullets in your Albion Cavalry, and just fill this tube with whatever you feel that you need. So if, for example, Annihilation Memory gives me defense, and Polar Night Sensor gives me HP. So as you can see here, I have 24,000 defense and 19k HP. And I only care about the passive of this because we don't really care about any of the other passives. However, if you want to maximize your damage, because sometimes you're gonna be a little bit a little bit low on health, then you can use 4-piece Annihilation set to increase your firearm attack damage even more. But you're gonna be picking like HPRs and things like that. So I recommend only Annihilation if you are doing 28 to 30 solo for some reason. You want to use probably Annihilation set. For the reactor, I chose skill cooldown and skill cost so that I can keep my third skill uptime even more and reduce the cooldown on my first skill, which is really needed to kill the boss even faster or the elites. Now, for the Albion Cavalry gun, sorry, I'm gonna show you this first. I went for full chill enhancement attack. The reason I went for full chill is because if we go to the information, we can see that, sorry for that, we can see that I'm at 77,000 chill attack and firearm 39,000. This will increase if we are in a stage, and for consequence, this will increase too. The reason I chose chill is because stage 26 and 30 are weak to chill damage. So if you're planning on like super being try hard and doing stage 30 all day, you need a chill enhancement Albion Cavalry gun. And if you don't want to do that, but you still want to farm efficiently, you can do stage 26 with this build. Now, here are my weapon cores. It's 2 chill attack enhancements, 1 firearm critical hit damage, and 1 fire rate. Because this weapon shoots kind of slow, but you're really good with fire rate. Now for the substats, I have firearm hit damage, firearm attack, firearm critical hit rate, and kill attack. I've seen that some people have preferred to put the faction damage instead of the chill attack. However, that's entirely up to you. I don't think it will make much of a difference. Obviously, it will do more damage if you're using it against the specific faction. Yes, but it is entirely up to you. I just didn't want to roll on it because I got the gold roll on chill. So that's the reason why. Now for the build, is I'm doing full chill enhancement. We have better concentration, rifling reinforcement, better insight, expanded weapon charge for more ammo, chill enhancement to add chill attack equal to 30% firearm attack. We have concentrate support ammo for more bullets and a little bit of firearm damage. We have concentration priority because critical hit damage 120%, and we're always going to be critting with Hailey. Action and reaction for more firearm attack. Fire rate for because, like I said, the Albion Cavalry is kind of slow. And sharp precision shot, which will allow us to delete the elites even faster, which is what we need. So those are like pretty much the basics. This build will get you everywhere that you want. It's entirely up to you. Like if you prefer to use Ines or Hailey or Enzo, right? Or Clay. I don't have them like fully built yet, so that's why I cannot talk about them. But yeah, this is pretty much the two builds that allowed me to just make Erosion Purge less miserable. And I will show you now the inversion reinforcements. Okay, now for the inversion reinforcements, as you can see, I'm running by density augmentation because it increases my max HP up to 5 stacks. This is really good because even if you have 7,000,000,000 defense, the mobs will still try to like one shot you. So HP means more survivability. Now here I have chill focus rounds because, like I said, I've been using my Albion Cavalry, which is chill, and this is pretty much to enhance it even more. Also, remember that when you stack 5 of these, it triggers the passive, which makes all attribute resistance minus 4% up to 5 stacks for the enemy. So it means do more damage pretty much. And the last one I use for everything, I don't switch this in any stage of Erosion Purge, is Antibody Explosion. What this does is that when you hit an enemy, you gain all attribute resistance by 2050 or 2000, which is really nice. It will help you survive, like those annoying snow bombs. It will help you survive the poison ones. It will help you survive the fire ones. Like, it is insane how much defense this gives you, because paired together with this, with the with the passive, with the super passive, I guess you can call it like that, is that whenever you pick either an HP or an MP orb, you get attribute resistance up to 10 stacks. It's 123 up to 10 stacks, so that's also 1,000 resistance added to this. It gives for, 3,000 resistance for each attribute. So it means even more tankiness and survivability. I don't think you would need anything else. And if you wanted to swap something for some reason, you could probably um, get this one, because this one recovers your HP and MP. Sorry, your HP, and every 20 seconds. You just need to be like close to enemies, but I don't really use it. This is what I use, and that is what it allowed me to solo up to stage 27. So it's entirely up to you. And yeah, I guess that's it for this video. I think I'm gonna make a video about the new content, because it's been having really mixed opinions on it, and I think it's fairly important for like the community of the game to speak on it. So maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. Tomorrow is the dev stream. Um, so maybe they most likely they're gonna address it, and they're gonna explain what the hell are they doing. And yeah, I mean, we'll have to see it tomorrow on the dev stream, or later today, depending on where you are in the world. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.